Why study finance? The study of finance in general, and this subject in particular, is about financial decision making. We make decisions every day of our lives. Whether consciously or subconsciously, we make decisions by weighing up the benefits and the costs of making that particular decision. If the value of the benefits exceeds the value of the costs, then we should proceed with that decision. Many of the decisions we make do not have financial consequences, but if the benefits and the costs can be quantified using dollar values, then we are making a financial decision when we compare those benefits and costs.
Before we get into the detailed subject material, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the subject and the specific topics we will cover. The first topic is an introduction to finance in general and this subject in particular. We will cover some fundamental financial concepts which impact on many of the following topics. Topics 2 and 3 are closely related. The time value of money is a critically important concept in finance. Before we can make financial decisions involving cash flows that occur at different points in time, we need to adjust for the time value of money. Topic 2 provides the basic tools to make these adjustments. And Topic 3, financial mathematics, extends those tools to more complex cash flows. Many of the remaining topics rely heavily on these tools, and you will find those topics difficult to follow without a good grasp of Topics 2 and 3. Topic 4 is valuation of securities. A security is an investment such as shares or bonds. They are issued by companies to raise capital and purchased by individual investors and financial institutions. Companies need to know the value of securities to decide if and when to issue them, and investors need to know the value of securities to decide if and when to invest in them. Topic 5 is the cost of capital. Companies use capital provided by investors to run their businesses, and they have to pay those investors for the right to use their money. The cost of capital means the cost of using someone else's money, the rate of return that investors require on their investment. Topics 6 and 7 are closely related. Capital budgeting is the process that companies use to decide what projects to invest in and what activities they should undertake. Part of the process of capital budgeting is project evaluation. So after we discuss various techniques used for capital budgeting in Topic 6, we will look at the specific steps required to evaluate a project in Topic 7. Topics 8 and 9 are also closely related. In Topic 8, we will look at the concepts of risk and return and how to calculate the risk and return of an investment. In Topic 9, we will extend the discussion of risk and return and look at portfolio theory, a body of theory which can help us to make investment decisions. Topic 10 is market efficiency. Efficiency in this context refers to the extent to which prices of securities in capital markets reflect information about the true value of those securities. Knowing whether the market is efficient and how efficient it is can help us in making investment decisions. The final topic is an introduction to options. There is a class of financial products called derivatives which can be used to manage risk. In Topic 11, we focus on one of those derivatives in particular. The special nature of options means that they can be a powerful tool in the management of risk.
We can classify financial decision making into two different kinds of decisions: personal financial decisions and business financial decisions. Some examples of personal financial decisions include whether to lease a car or borrow money to purchase it, which investments to make, for example shares, how to evaluate the terms for a home mortgage, when to start saving and how much to save for retirement, and then when you retire, whether you should take a lump sum or purchase an annuity. An annuity is a stream of cash flows, in this case over the rest of your life, and we'll discuss annuities in much more detail in topic 2.
We can put the various topics in this subject into context by thinking about how they can help us to make different kinds of financial decisions. Most of the personal financial decisions we just mentioned, whether to lease a car or borrow money to buy it, how to evaluate a home mortgage, when and how much to save for retirement, and whether to take a lump sum on retirement, all rely heavily on the decision-making tools from topics 2 and 3. When it comes to making specific investment decisions, we need to understand the techniques involved in valuing securities, which in turn relies heavily on the tools provided in topics 2 and 3. Investment decisions also rely on the skills and knowledge covered in topics 8, 9, and 10.
The other kind of financial decision is a business financial decision. Some examples of business financial decisions include how to raise capital to start up a firm, whether to issue shares or borrow money in order to expand, whether to invest in a new project, whether to launch a new product or enter a new market, whether to buy new plant and equipment, or how to reduce exposure to risk.
Again, let's put these decisions into context in light of what we will study in this subject. Raising capital to start or expand a business requires an understanding of topic 5, cost of capital, which in turn feeds into topics 8 and 9. The other important topic relating to raising capital is the valuation of securities. We mentioned a number of decisions relating to investments by companies, such as investing in a new project, launching a new product, or buying equipment. These decisions are covered in topics 6 and 7. It's also important to realise that 4 of these topics all rely heavily on the financial mathematics tools covered in topics 2 and 3. Another kind of business activity we mentioned was reducing exposure to risk, and options are one tool that can be used to achieve this.
Apart from giving us the tools to make personal and business financial decisions, there are some other reasons why it's good to have a grasp of the discipline of finance. These days we are bombarded with financial news, whether it's on radio, television, newspapers, or on the internet. And an understanding of finance can help us to interpret that news and figure out how it is relevant to us. Another important area is the understanding of major financial events, the most recent being the global financial crisis. These financial events can impact on us greatly, and an understanding of finance can help us understand how those things are going to affect us.